All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to NoReset Speedrun Marathon here at DreamHack Atlanta. My name is Kipp, and I'm about to play one of my favorite childhood Super Nintendo games, Sunset Riders, for you guys. And real quick, I'm going to be playing Billy/Steve on easy mode. There's actually 4 characters, but 2 of the characters are identical. The other 2 are identical, but they're different speedruns because they sort of function differently. So as you can see, we're on easy mode. I've changed my button configuration a little bit. And so at this point, the timer starts whenever I select my character. So real quick, I'm going to let the audience decide. Do you guys want me to play Steve or Billy? We got to vote for Billy, so we're going to play Billy. So guys in the back, y'all count me down, and we'll get started.
All right, so ready to go in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, so real quick, my PB in this category, I think, is 1844. I think the world record is in 1839. So I'm in second place, but this board is not very big, like the leaderboard, just because it's not a game a ton of people play, but it's a lot of fun, and I would really recommend people to play it. I call it Contra, like Cowboy Contra, but let me turn it over to the chat, or excuse me, to the couch real quick and let them introduce themselves.
So I'm Zost. I don't know the speedrun tech all that well, but we're just keeping Kipp a little company here.
Yeah. I have good news, Zost. I don't know the speedrun tech very well either.
Oh, please.
Well, I mean, we got animals right there, so it's technically Super Metroid, right?
That's right.
I'm Angie. I also don't really know the speedrun, but I did play this game a lot growing up with my oldest brother.
This is such a classic. Like, in the arcades, this was such a classic. I used to see it everywhere. I love this game. It's got great music.
Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite thing about playing this game. If you ever decide to speedrun any game, I feel like a requisite is you got to make sure it has good music, because you're going to be hearing it a lot. And this game has fantastic music. I think we got Rasu back here on the couch, too. I don't know if he has a microphone.
No, he doesn't.
But he's back here.
He gave us permission to meme it up on the back couch, but I think we're just going to sit here and do nothing.
Yeah.
I gotta say, somehow the soundtrack right now is very reminiscent of Turtles in Time for me.
It is.
Yeah.
It uses a lot of the same sounds.
Yeah, like the orchestral hits and stuff sound very similar.
I mean, what do you know about, 16-bit music, though?
Oh, God.
Here we go. Got him started now.
Well,
Oh, I died. That's really bad. I kind of messed up the beginning of this fight. So this is actually going to impact not only this particular fight, but the next stage, because the next stage is done on an auto-scroller when you're on your horse. And so I won't get a chance to get any weapon upgrades on the next level. So that's a pretty big mistake. Like if this were a PB attempt, that'd pretty much be an instant reset. But we can make it work. Plus, bury me with my money is a pretty famous line in video gaming history.
Bury me with my money.
isn't there a stage in Turtles that's Bury Me at Wounded Shell or something?
That's correct.
So there's another connection.
I actually think it's this stage because I think they're on the same train. Where they're on the
I
train.
never even thought of that. That's funny.
Actually, it's Bury My Shell at Wounded Knee.
Yeah,
That's right.
Thank you.
As you can tell from the tracks, there will be a train in this stage. And if you look carefully, you can actually see some turtles fighting a giant alligator in the back.
I'm not sure if you're trolling or trying to give us, like, trivia right now.
See, as you can see, this level is just, an auto-scroller the entire time until the boss fight, and you're on your horse. And there's not much you can do to make it go faster, at least not that, anybody has found. So you're basically just trying to make sure you don't die. Normally here you would already have your double machine gun sort of upgrades, the silver and the gold gun upgrades. Unfortunately, I don't have those, so I'm using my little pea shooter here, which will make this not necessarily difficult, but just, I'll have to do a little bit more maneuvering and inputs to get past this section without dying. Ironically, this section of the game you don't really lose time if you die, like exclusively because the thing will just keep scrolling. But the problem is that, again, if you die, you lose your weapons. So this next fight, I refer to it as the Fantoon fight, because in Super Metroid, Fantoon is like the boss with the most RNG, and you just never know what kind of patterns he's going to give you. Hank here, Hawkeye Hank, is very similar. And sometimes he can give you great patterns that go quickly. Sometimes he can hide behind the barrels and the boxes for a long time and not let you hit anything. So I won't be able to kill him very fast anyway with my pea shooter, but you know, we'll do the best we can, and then hopefully we can pick up some speed on the next couple levels. Great music here too. There's so many good tracks on this OST. Come on, dude. All right, there we go. Clearly, this would be going a lot faster if I had the double machine guns, but I think we got him now. There we go.
Nice.
I had to mash a lot, but we're in there. Okay, now for a very important part of the run. This is going to be a section where I'm just going to do the advanced tech of putting the controller down and letting the game go as fast as it wants to go. So basically, we want to make sure during the bonus section that we don't shoot any of these enemies, because if we shoot them, then it's going to make it take longer at the end when it's tallying up your money. So we don't want to hit anybody. Easiest way to not hit anybody, just don't press any buttons. This is the bowling. This is the bowling, and then we'll have G4. Yeah.
Do we have time for a couple donations?
Absolutely, have at it.
So we had Sassy, who donated $6.66. Spooky. And they say 6.66, which is it's accurate. Can't argue that. And then we have DD Gamings, who donated, our very own DD, who donated $75. Again, he said, I got my blood color for Silent Hill. Maybe I'll get my sexy cop Jill. Fight me. So I'll let you guess towards what he donated.
I find it strange that they don't even shoot. They try to shoot you on the stage. They look
Yeah.
very angry, but yet they don't shoot.
Exactly.
Just like pop up and then hide again.
I think they all went to the same tailor too, but the previous guy was like, that guy got blue, give me red. Okay, so on this stage, I shouldn't have too much difficulty unless I really screw up. That sound you hear is a 1-up, but I basically need to protect myself until I get the gun upgrades. And it's kind of weird because you want to be kind of close to the front here to keep the level moving. But at the same time, you don't want to be too far up because sometimes you can run into enemies sooner than you want to. So I need to be a little bit careful here. You can actually go into those doors for power-ups, but obviously in a speed run, it takes a lot of time to do that. You don't want to do that. Okay, this is always a section that makes me a little nervous. With Billy and Steve, with the way their guns shoot, there's actually a quick kill you can do on this boss, but you have to stand in a very specific spot, and I miss it a lot. So let's see if I end up getting it here. Oh, baby.
Nice.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Down goes Crate.
I was going to say, that was the great quick kill right there.
Exactly. All right, good guy Billy now gonna help out the poor lady here working at the tavern. We got some rough gentlemen in the tavern causing some trouble.
I like how he ran in.
I like how random these guys are. They're just in a bar, like, throwing bombs around. So I've worked on a new strat for this boss. Let me see if I can get it. It's a little particular, but we'll see how it goes here. We got to kill both of these brothers. Off to a good start. Oh, baby, let's go.
Nice.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I do believe that was a quick kill there, partner.
It was. All right, so I'm glad you chose Billy, Logic, because this is my favorite part about running Billy. Every other character in this game, when the ladies come out to dance, they're all up at the front, like waving their hats and stuff. He's just chilling in the background. Much more appropriate. Very nice.
Like hiding his face.
Right.
So shy.
Billy's the choice for 2019 for sure.
So my question is though, where did they get spotlights in that era?
That is a great question. I have never thought about that until just now. Good question. Probably bought them at the same store where they sold the blue horse. All right, El Greco's on the train. This is another interesting boss that has a potential quick kill, but I have to be pretty particular about it too. As you can tell, the majority of this run on easy, it really revolves around just kind of not dying and then having good boss fights. So I'm gonna try to be really careful. There's 3 of these wooden poles that I have to jump across. Make sure they don't kill me. And the last one. And I should be in good shape here. I'm gonna go pacifist there and not kill those guys. All right, I love this music. It's my favorite track in the game.
So he's El Greco, but he speaks Spanish?
That's right. Oh, I beefed it. Oh, so
no.
close, so close. No, I was only a couple points away.
shots.
But still, not too bad. That'll mean on the next stage I'll start with the pea shooter, so I'll have to get the upgrades. But my basic kind of soft goal for this speedrun, I think my estimate is 25 minutes. As long as I don't use a continue, I'm probably pretty likely to pull that off. So I just need to be really careful. I don't want to take many deaths because the last couple stages can get really tough if you don't get quick kills and stuff, which they're very hard to get. And there's been many times where I've made it to Richard Rose and then got killed a bunch of times and had to continue. So hopefully that won't happen. So once again, everybody's favorite part of the run, we just get to chill. You know, I never thought about it, but you're right. Their facial expression does not match the music at all.
Yeah.
This part also reminds me, I don't know if you guys remember those like full motion video games on like the PC back in like the mid-90s. I think there was one called like Mad Dog McGraw or something that was like a really traditional cowboy game, and it looked a lot like this and you'd have to shoot people. So I always think about that when I see this scene.
Actually, this game reminds me, like, I know they're completely different, but this game makes me think about Tin Star on the Super Nintendo.
Which game?
Tin Star.
Oh, interesting, yeah.
You can play with the mouse or the controller, I believe.
All right, I'm gonna play a little conservative here. This part's actually kind of difficult without the gun upgrades. There we go. That's not really as costly in this context as it could have been because I still have weapon upgrades that I can find up here. So we're still okay.
So are there what are the different power-ups? You get one that you get dual pistols. Is there a different one?
Yeah, the silver gives you two guns,
Yeah.
and the gold one gives you the
It's like a rapid?
yes, rapid fire.
Okay.
So luckily here, right before this boss, I've already got the silver one. Now I've got full upgrade.
Sweet.
And I need to be very careful. It's very easy to die against this boss.
Oh.
Got a bit of a tough pattern there. All right, we're still okay. This is where every time I run this, somebody in the chat's like, you won't shoot him, you just shot him like 100 times. So.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Did you hear Ross who Kipp?
No, what did he say?
He said that's like the GT fight.
Yeah, you're right. You're exactly right. Okay, so we got 2 more bosses to go. This one features another side scroller with the horse. And so we'll have to get past this portion, and then hopefully we can get some upgrades before the Paco Loco fight.
I like how when you shoot back or up left, that he doesn't even look where he's shooting.
Right. Oh, crap. I was on the wrong cycle. This is, I call this the worst flash in the game. This is like one of the worst flashes of any video game I've ever played. Whew. I love how excited these horses are. They're like, I'm free. Okay. So this is our opportunity to hopefully get some upgrades before the boss fight. So I'll try to move as quickly as I can, but I'm also gonna be a little conservative on some of the sections. We have to be careful about these guys that drop these grenades in particular. They can be very tricky, and it's easy to accidentally run into them and get got. Okay. Now, this fight is not super difficult, but I mess it up a lot, so let's see if I can. I think that got it. Let's go.
That was a very copyright infringement friendly boss right there.
It was. I mention this every time, but I just find it hard to believe. We just put a ginormous, huge bundle of dynamite directly next to this guy's head, but somehow it doesn't touch him at all, so. The joys of video games, right?
The wood gets vaporized, but the dude's just like, you know.
He's just chilling.
I'll just take the lead.
All right, this is the last level. We have 2 sections of this level before the boss. This first section is very similar to other parts in terms of I need to make sure I, in particular, avoid getting blown up by any of those bombs. Oh, whoa, that guy was not supposed to shoot.
Whew, my heart.
All right, we're good. Okay, I need to make sure that I do not die right here, because if I lose my weapons, it's gonna be an absolutely, oh no, it's gonna be a brutal Richard Rose fight. Unfortunately, I kind of messed up, and then I also got a bit of a bad pattern from that guy in the window. I'm not gonna be completely without upgrades. I will have the silver gun, at least for a little bit, but there's no chance of me making it through this fight without taking a death. But I also can no longer do a quick kill here. That I would normally be able to do if I had the rapid fire guns. So I'm gonna have to really be careful because I don't want to take too many deaths. But Richard Rose is about to start moving around, and at this juncture I'm no longer safe, but he's gonna have a lot of dudes still coming out for quite a while. So I just need to be really careful. Oh, man. I was doing pretty good there for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So I should be able to kill him at this juncture. Need to get into a better position here. Oh.
No.
It's actually kind of tricky. Sometimes, like, this game is very heavy on diagonals, and if you don't press them correctly, you can end up moving out of position. So, all right, we've got the first part of Richard Rose down. The game will end the next time that he dies. So whenever you guys see him die, go ahead and hit the timer. My goal was hopefully getting a sub 20. We'll have to see if I can pull that off. It's gonna be kind of tough. I'm gonna have to mash a lot here. Got him.
Nice.
Time. Thank you. All right. Very good. 1943. Not bad for a marathon setting. So before we make it official, we gotta give the game a chance to insult us for not playing on a harder difficulty.
Of course.
So let's. Yeah, y'all know how it is with old NES and SNES games. So let's see what they choose to say to us.
Get good scrub.
Are you yellow? Now try the normal mode. All right, thank you guys very much. I appreciate it. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate it. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Kipp, once again. Thank you, everyone. And we're going to move on with our 2 last runs of the day, which is Resident Evil 3 coming right up with IG Dagger. And then we're going to close off the day with Resident Evil Dead Aim, one of the more interesting entries, side entries to the series, in my opinion, on the PS2 with the level best. So we're going to go to a quick transition, do a quick setup, and we'll be right back. Stay tuned.
All right, y'all.